All right, y'all. So I made this video, man. It was titled something like Azealia Banks lied during fight with Cardi B over failing career, etc., etc. Like if you type in Meat Magazine, Azealia Banks lied during fight with Cardi B over failing career, I guess the video will pop up. And I ran down this list of what was it? Let me find the article so then that way I can get it right. This is gonna be a long video, y'all, so bear with me. And I'm very disorganized right now, but I feel like I need to make this video now. I meant to make it months ago when Azealia Banks had first said that the only reason why Cardi B made it was because she's light skinned, not black. But there's a website called therichest.com, and they made a list of the 10 highest paid female rappers of all time. That was the name of the article, written by Erica Spina. 10 highest paid female rappers of all time. And of course there was Trina at 6 million, MC Lyte at 8 million, Eve at 8 million at number 8. Number 7 was DJ Spinderella at 10 million. Number 6, Cheryl Salt James at 14 million. Sandra Peppa Denton came in at 15 million at number 5. Number 4 was Little Kim with $18 million. Number 3 was my baby Nicki Minaj with 45 million, my future wifey. How you doing, Nicki? Number 2 was Missy Misdemeanor Elliott with 55 million, and number 1 was Queen Latifah, $60 million. Now I think this was an older article because I'm pretty sure Nicki Minaj has surpassed everyone by now because Nicki Minaj is a goddess. That's why I must have children with her. But anyways, Nicki, please hit me up. I'm trying to give you a baby. So forget a pregnancy rumor. We need to make this, a pregnancy announcement. Excuse me, I'm over here stuttering and buttering. But anyways, y'all, yes, I'm trying to shoot my shot with Nicki. But anyways, like I said in my other video, man, none of those women were light skinned except for Salt. None of them were non-black women. I don't even know if any of them are biracial. Maybe Salt is biracial. Other than Salt, they were all a bunch of black chicks, a bunch of brown-skinned black women. So what's Azalea's problem, right? Because Azealia sucks. I'm going to name some more female rappers who made it in the industry, okay? Bear with me. Lauryn Hill made it. She's a rapper and a singer, but she made it. And, she's also an actress. But she's dark-skinned, so Remy Ma is doing very well. I think she signed a multi-million-dollar contract with Columbia. She's dark-skinned. Little Mama with them pretty lips. Little Mama's brown-skinned. She's doing pretty good right now. Rah Digga, when she was active, she did pretty well. She's brown-skinned. No, actually, I think she may be considered dark-skinned, actually. Dej Loaf, brown-skinned. She has a record deal, doesn't she? Rashida from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She's doing pretty good. Brown-skinned beauty. Lisa Leta Lopez, brown-skinned. The Brat. Is the Brat light skin or light brown skin? Okay, let's say the Brat is light skin, okay? Now, so what's the problem, right? I heard that you got to be a light skinned female in order to make it in the music industry. It seems like there's a bunch of brown skin to dark skinned black women who are pretty much the only successful female rappers except for a couple of people. You might be saying, Meat, you're trying to tell me that there's some non-black female rappers who actually made it? Yeah, there's 2 of them. In America, I don't know about other places, but in America, there's 2 that made it. And that was Iggy Azalea, she sold millions of records, and Cardi B, she sold millions of records. But they are newer artists. We're talking like 2014. Actually, it took Iggy Azalea years to make it. I think she came to America with dreams of making it in the music industry, but it took her years to make it. It seems as if the industry blackballed her or something. I don't know what's going on with her. She had put out some new music recently, but I don't know which label she's on. I don't know what's going on with this girl. She needs T.I. to help her. But anyways, Cardi B and Iggy Azalea are basically the only female rappers I can think of that are not black that were able to make it in the industry. Now, if all it takes is a light skin complexion or to be non-black, then I'm going to name you a list of female rappers who didn't quote unquote make it. Or if they did, it sure as hell didn't last long. Okay? You ever seen the show Sisterhood of Hip Hop? Was it on WeTV? I think it was on WeTV. You know, the show that had Nia Supreme on there, Audra, I think her name was. Bunch of fine women. Let me see. Let me see. What was that girl's name? She was, okay, her name was it Saya? I think her name was Saya Dyke, but she changed her name to just Saya. She's a lesbian rapper. She's light skinned. She's like a Latina or whatever. Where's her career at? I mean, she light skinned. You know, she should have blown right. What about Bia? Bia, the Petticoat Princess, the Princess of Coat. Bia is one of the finest female rappers you will ever see in your life. She's like the new Aaliyah. Light skin, long hair, pretty as hell, body on ridiculous. How come she didn't blow up, Shaway? How come she's not the #1 female rapper in the country? She's fine as hell. People have known who she was for years. She even worked with Pharrell Williams. I think she was signed to Star Trek. And she didn't just blow because she's light skinned and pretty. What about Nitty Scott? Nitty Scott is like, she's like an Afro-Latina chick, a black Latina. I think she's Puerto Rican. Fine as hell. Light skin, one of the prettiest female rappers I've ever seen in my life. One of the prettiest women I've ever seen in my life. Nitty Scott is a dime. Nitty Scott is not bigger than the chicks on Love and Hip Hop. I mean, it's not that she doesn't deserve to be, but she's light skinned, she's pretty, she's exotic, as they call them. Well, how come she didn't just blow then? You know, I thought, you know, she has the light skin, she has those LSP, those light skin powers. So I would think that, you know. Princess Nokia, pretty Latina from New York. Another talented, good looking woman. Nitty Scott, Princess Nokia, I think they're both from New York. Latina rappers. Pretty, fair skin. How come they didn't blow? Kid Sister. She had a song with Kanye West. I think it was called Pro Nails or something like that. Doesn't it go something like, got her toes done up and her fingernails matching or something like that? How come she didn't blow? She ended up doing songs with Riff Raff years later. Woman's fine as hell, and she doesn't have a #1 record, to my knowledge. Chanel West Coast is a white girl. She was on Love and Hip Hop for a season, and you know, where's she at? I mean, she did a song with Safari. Where's her #1 record? How come she didn't blow? I mean, she's white. She's fair skinned. She got a big booty. She's cute. How come she didn't become the #1 female artist? Only thing it takes is light skin. Colorism. Lady Luck. Lady Luck is a light skinned female rapper. Some may say she's the best female rapper who I named in this video. Some of y'all may say that. Remy Ma's rival. Very beautiful lady. Has all of the talent in the world. How come Lady Luck doesn't have a bunch of #1 records? Her girlfriend, Samaya Reese. Another beautiful Latina rapper. How come Samaya Reese doesn't have that #1 hit? They light skinned. They should be aight. What about Sarai? I think her name was spelled Sarai. That's a white chick from back in the day. How come she isn't the biggest thing ever? She was a white girl. Come on now. All it takes is light skin. China White. Hell, she has white up in her name. She's light skinned than mom. And pretty too. Fine as hell. Now she's relying on Jesus as opposed to rap. How come China White isn't the #1 female rapper in the country? She light skinned and she's fine. And she believes in Jesus. Lord, I'm about to propose. What about Soleil? Professor Griff's wife. You didn't know that she's married to Professor Griff now? Anyways, look that up if y'all don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Some of y'all lost right now. Like, for real? Soleil married Professor Griff? Yes. Yes, Scooby-Doo. She sure did. But anyway, Soleil's fine behind. Her career wasn't what it should have been. You know? Like, she has some success, yes. But she deserved more success than what she got. I mean, as fine and talented as she is, how come she doesn't have 30 to 50 plaques on the wall? I mean, she's light-skinned and she's talented. So what's the problem? Imani Coppola, the Legends of a Cowgirl chick. Fine, light-skinned, talented, versatile, had style. Whatever happened to her? Angie Martinez, my butter pecan Puerto Rican. from New York, from Hot 97. Remember she was rapping back in the day? How come Angie Martinez did not end up being bigger than Little Kim and Foxy Brown? I mean, she was a Latina. She's pretty. She worked at a radio station for years, you know. She could spin her records whenever she wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe not. But you know what I mean? How come she wasn't the biggest rapper in the world? What about Hurricane G? Remember Hurricane G? She was light-skinned. What happened with that? What about Young M.A.? She light-skinned and she eat coochie. What happened, Jesus? What about Kelly Mays? She's white and a witch. She couldn't use her white girl magic to get her #1 record. What happened? I thought you had to either be a non-black chick or light skin and your career would pop off. That's what it's a. I'm just going by what Azealia Banks said, another witch. What about Cha Cha, aka Paris Franz? You don't know who Cha Cha is? Oh, look her up. Look up female rapper Cha Cha or rapper Cha Cha, or go to her Instagram page. Let me go find out what her exact. I'm over here studying. The woman's so fine. On Instagram, her Instagram name is PARR. So there's 2 R's in Paris. PARRISFRANZ. She's Ashanti's homegirl. Now you tell me that's not one of the finest women you ever seen in your damn life. Actually, she kind of looks like Ashanti. She light skinned. She might be considered to be light brown, but she's on the lighter side of the spectrum, of the color spectrum. How come, since there's so much colorism and men think with their you-know-whats, I mean, she's worked with Nas and other people back in the day. Please tell me why this woman who's as fine as Ashanti, but a little bit lighter, isn't the biggest thing in hip-hop. The woman, all right, y'all, I'm sweating over here just saying her name. Shout out to Cha Cha, aka Paris Franz. Paris Franz, however you pronounce it, baby. Oh Lord. And last and certainly not least, Ms. Brat. Ms. Brat is from England, if I'm not mistaken. MZBRATT. Once again, MZBRATT. Ms. Brat. She looks like, kind of like Tia and Tamira when they were in their prime. You know, they don't look as pretty now as they. Well, anyway, let me shut up. The point is this, though. They're still fine as hell, but I'm just saying, you know. But anyways, Ms. Brat is one of the finest female rappers ever. And she's light skinned. I think she's biracial. I mean, she should be the biggest artist in the world. Okay? If all you gotta be is like a non-black chick, play the exotic role, you know, or be light skinned, you know. Jocelyn Hernandez is a black Puerto Rican. I mean, she's obviously black. But I'm saying, though, she used to say I'm Puerto Rican. She's a Puerto Rican princess. That should have, you know, got her up there on the charts, right, Azealia? I mean, you know, so that girl Megan Thee Stallion, fine as hell. Is she brown skin or light skin? She might be a light brown, or she might be brown skin. Anyway, Megan Thee Stallion, man, boy, she should blow. I mean, as fine as she is, and she can rap, so I'm looking out for her. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. But anyways, y'all, now I'm going to post some music videos because I did not post a blog about this. I'm going to post this video that you're listening to right now on my blog, and I'm going to post some music with it, with some female rappers who I happen to like. I'm going to post a song by Ruby Salah. As a matter of fact, I mentioned these 3 female rappers years ago when I made a video about the show Sisterhood of Hip Hop, which was the show that Naima Supreme and Bia were on, along with Saya, etc. Okay? And I'm going to post these 3 female rappers, Ruby Salah, Ciroc, and CEO Sekhmet, okay? As a matter of fact, I'm also going to post a Nitty Scott video, okay? On this particular article, okay? Now, let me see. I'm going to post Hook List Part 2. So Hook List 2 by Ruby Salah. I'm going to post Forever by Ciroc. I'm going to post Doing Me Wrong by CEO Sekhmet. And last and certainly not least, I'm going to post La Diaspora by Nitty Scott. If I'm not mistaken, she's like performing in Spanish and English on there. So I'm gonna post those 4 songs on my blog. Okay, because those are 4 female rappers who I think have talent. So I figured I would hook people up with some free music, some tunes to listen to, and all that is on YouTube. It's all on YouTube. You know, shout out to YouTube. YouTube is YouTube is YouTube, guys. I mean, do I have to shout out YouTube? They're awesome. But anyways, y'all, shout out to all the ladies that I mentioned in this video. Even Azealia Banks, shout out to her crazy behind. That heifer is nuts. Absolutely off of her freaking rocker. Come on, guys. You know, if you're light-skinned, you know, if you're not black, you're gonna make it as a female rapper. You know, it's so easy for you. You know, when you're a dark-skinned chick, you can't make it. Yeah, you know, you just got all types of boundaries and stuff in front of you. You know, you might hear voices in your head, especially if you sacrifice chickens, especially if you're a witch like Azealia Banks. You know, you might hear the voices of those spirit chickens over there. You know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just type in Azealia Banks chicken sacrifice or Azealia Banks chicken closet, and you should be able to find videos on that. Basically, the chick was sacrificing chickens in her closet, and then she went and did a video of her cleaning up the closet with feathers and blood in there and stuff like that. She's a kooky one. She is the kooky monster. The heifer is crazy. Azealia Banks is nuts. But you have women out there repeating what Azealia Banks said as if it's true, as if it's factual information. Like, oh yeah, if you're dark skinned, you're not going to make it as a rapper. As a female, you got to be light skinned or not black, and it's just so easy for these girls. Colorism. BS, y'all. It's not easy for anybody to make it in the rap music industry, to tell you the truth, unless you're just like that talented and people just F with your music that much, and that's an extreme rarity. Like when 50 Cent came in, was that like 2003, off of that crazy mixtape run. Look how many damn mixtapes that he put out to get his name out there. I mean, he was working his behind off, y'all. He was trying to make sure he never went back to the hood again. You know, his work ethic is beastly. It was something else, man. That momentum that he built up for himself before, you know, Dr. Dre and Eminem signed him, boy. He was working his tail off, and definitely paid off in the end, you know. He ended up becoming one of the most successful, one of the most famous and richest rappers ever. And part of the reason why is because he just really, really worked for it, you know. But yeah, he had to work his butt off to get there. And then like somebody like Nelly came straight out the gate, sold like 10 million records, something crazy like that, went diamond or whatever, you know, Nelly and 50, you know. But you know, it was a different era then. You know, people don't usually sell records like that nowadays, man. It's not, I mean, it's just a different industry, guys. And some people will blame the internet, but it's deeper than that. It's like the record labels don't want to take the time to make the artists what they can be, you know. Then you end up with people who are halfway there, like Azealia Banks. Is Azealia Banks completely whack? No. Is she as talented as she thinks she is? Absolutely not. Azealia Banks is definitely overrated. And it's not just because of her self-inflated ego. A lot of people just really give her more credit than what she deserves. Once again, she's not whack, okay? But yeah, there's a lot of talented female rappers out there who either never made it or did not make it as big as what they should have. And it's deeper than being light-skinned or dark-skinned. It's about having music that sounds good to people, man. It's about having that right hook. It's about having that right beat. It's about having that right timing. It's about having that right video. What female rappers should have learned from the success of Cardi B and Bodak Yellow was the big secret. Get a man to write for you. For some reason, men are typically, you know, more talented when it comes to making music than females. I bet I ruffled some feathers right there, didn't I? Yeah, we usually tend to make better music. The Beatles, Michael Jackson, all of the top musicians are pretty much a bunch of men. It's like a boys club. You know, you might say, well, what about Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston or somebody like that? Well, there are some extraordinary female talents out there. For the most part, they have men behind them, whether it's Tommy Mottola or what is it, Terry is, what are their names? The guys behind Janet Jackson, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis or something like that. You know, a lot of women need that Teddy Riley, or they need that Jay-Z to ghostwrite for them, like Jay-Z did for Foxy, or how Biggie did for Lil' Kim. So get you a good man in your corner, and then maybe you can make it. Hell, Amina Butterfly thought that maybe Peter Gunz could help her career out as a singer, and he got her on a reality TV show, and well, that, I mean, you know, that helped her somewhat. It didn't help her music as much as it should have, you know, but she needs to get with the right people as far as working on music is concerned, because she's supremely talented and stupefyingly beautiful. I had suggested before that she worked with Pharrell and Timbaland, but I don't know she can, you know, reach them. I don't know if they would work with her. You know, she is on Love and Hip Hop. You know, I don't know if they would work with it. I can't name anybody that they've ever worked with on Love and Hip Hop. So I don't know. If I were them, I sure would. She's so talented that I would definitely get in the studio with her. She would be definitely at the top of my list of people to work with. But anyways, y'all, this is all my opinion. What do I know? I know nothing about music. I've never been in the music industry. I'm not connected like that, and I'm not in the Illuminati. I'm just one big fraud. Let me know what you guys think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. Follow me on Twitter, Meat Magazine, Meat Magazine 7 on Google+. Meat Magazine blog and Instagram. Hit the notification button. It's right next to the subscribe button. It looks like a bell. Once you click that button, you'll be sent alerts to be notified when new videos get posted. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, notified. Let me know what you think about these beautiful goddesses. I'm talking about some fine women in this video, y'all. There's fine women everywhere, man. There's some fine women in the music industry, y'all. And I hope that more Redbones do make it, as y'all know how I feel about Redbones. Speaking of Redbones, I just realized something. Sky from Black Ink Crew and Donna, they're on the light skin side. They both rap, don't they? They should be #1 in the charts. I mean, they are light skinned, right, Azealia?